Hey everybody, Barbara from AllBrands. I'm really excited. We're doing something new today. We're playing with a new concept, for me at least. It's collage quilting, and there's many different ways you could do it. There's patterns, there's full tutorials of like these huge quilts with all of these little pieces, but we're just going to do like the basics today. We're going to do just explore two different ways. We're just going to kind of do like a regular collage with fabric, something like artistic like this. And then we'll also use some technology. So this requires absolutely no technology, just artistic skills and fun. And this one will use the Brother digital cutter, the scan and cut, to cut out these pieces. I also use the Brother Print Moda to print out my templates. And then we'll use the Bernina BSR on the Cafe machine to do some top stitching on top. So we'll see you very soon. Looking forward to it. Hey everybody, welcome back. Okay, let's get into it. I just want to say hey to a few folks and let you know about our little contest that we have for a winning prize at the end. The first thing I want to say, I just saw Billy Lou in the comments. Hello from Idaho. This is my first live with Barbara. Hello. Oh my goodness. Finally set the alarm correctly. Well, we're so happy to have you and everybody else here. Let us know where you're watching from. Looks like Paula's from Indiana, Terry from Lafayette, Linda, hey. All right, so let's get into it. If you want to win at the end of this broadcast, go ahead and comment #AllBrands, and you'll be eligible to win a $25 allbrands.com e-gift card. That's not all. You can win. You could technically win twice, but we'll have two winners. The next way to win is to share publicly on Facebook. So you may be watching on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook. We're streaming live on all three. So hop on over to Facebook, share this publicly on your page, and then at the end of the show, I'll pick one lucky winner to win another little prize. So let's get into it. How many of you have ever done collage quilting before? This is something that I'm really excited about. I think that it's absolutely gorgeous. There's a lot of different ways to do it. There's some patterns. Here's some folks that I want you to check out. Laura Heine has some beautiful collage quilts. Also, Shannon Brinkley has a lot of pretty ones. And I wrote down another one, and I can't remember her name. But what I did today is I wanted to make my own. I tried to do everything by myself, and I just so happen to have tons of scraps of fabric. Let me know if you have tons of extra fabric that you need to get rid of. This is a fantastic way to get rid of extra pieces of fabric in your stash. So yeah, gather up your pieces, sort them by color, and we're going to use a product that I love. It's called Steam-A-Seam, and that is basically, it's like adhesive on both sides, so it allows you to put the fabric together. All right, let's make sure there's not any questions before I get, oh, Deborah's done, Laura Heine, oh my goodness. They I have not successfully completed a Laura Heine yet, but looks like it would take a little bit, but it would be very rewarding and fun. Yes. Oh, cool. All right. Kathy, yay. Tons of fabric, says Linda. Oh my goodness. Cindy, hey. All right, well, let's get started. So I'm going to go on over to my sewing table here. And I have the two techniques that I'm going to just show you today. This is was inspired by, I Googled collage, okay? And I found some different things, shapes and inspiration that I liked. And I was like, well, let me just like layer the fabric and make my own design with material. So we have tons of scrap pieces. This is the second thing that we're going to talk about is I'm going to do like cut out very good shapes on the scan and cut. And then we'll do some top stitching down on that. All right. So we have tons of scraps of fabric here. You can see I have these fabrics, so many different fabrics that I can cut out and layer and make some beautiful art with, okay? So this is kind of like think of it as your palette that you're working with. Grab some fabrics that you really love and enjoy, and you definitely want to, if you're doing like a more complicated design, think about grouping them by colors and then grouping them also by light and dark, because sometimes you want to do like shading and things like that. So that will help you there. Let me make sure we don't have any questions. Cue sprinkles. I know. One thing that you could do too is if you have like a decal, or not a decal, but like a print of a flower, these are beautiful to like cut out the actual flowers and just layer those. Make your own bouquet out of an already printed piece of fabric. So this I feel like we're in art class. So here's two other pieces that I did. I just found a beautiful print that I had, and I put steam a seam on the back, and then I cut them out, and I did these freehand. Okay. All right, so steam a seam comes in sheets. We have the steam a seam linked in the description of this video. You'll see a link, and there is tons of heat and bond steam a seam. Looks like Robert cut me heat and bond. That's fine. I like heat and bond as well. They basically work the same. So you'll see a shiny textury part. This is like open glue that has not been heated up yet, so I can rub my fingers on it and not get stuck. And then the back of it acts kind of like a sticker. So when I find a piece of material that I want to work with, I'm going to, so here's one. Here's a pretty, ooh, oh my goodness. See, I could spend all day just playing with these beautiful fabrics. I'm going to cut out about the size of the piece that I want to work with. So let's just say I'm going to make maybe 4 pieces of fabric that I'm going to cut and layer pieces. Now, I always like to treat the fabric before I cut out anything else. Okay, so we'll cut like 4 pieces, and then I'll have, say I want to work with this red here, okay? Can you see this? All right. All right, so I'm going to put it face down on the ironing board, or this is my, this is a wool pressing mat. It's super portable, which I love. I love that I can just use that. Okay, and then I'll put my steam a seam, glue side down on the back. Do you see this? Okay. And then I'm going to take my hot iron And I'm going to press on the back of the steam seam or heat and bond. And I always hear press, don't iron in this technique. So you just press your iron piece on there, make a little scrap piece that you can work with. And then we'll cut it out so that we can find another piece. So here's one. Let's find another pretty piece of fabric. I love this blue. So here's another piece of fabric. Oh, here we go. Oh my goodness, look at the fun blue. So I'll put my red aside. Here's a fun blue. I'm gonna, again, put it face down. We'll just do 4 or 5 colors today. Iron on my steam seam or heat and bond light. Press it down. Hot, dry iron. Okay. And I'm going to cut out my strip. And then put this one to the side. And we'll do that a few more times until we find enough fabric. Oh, look at this one, how fun. Oh, this one's in multiple pieces, but guess what? I can still work with this. Let me put both of these face down. 1, 2. I'll put my strip of steam seam on the back. Iron it down. Now we're cooking with oil. So this is going to allow me to, I don't have to cut out the fabric and then the steam seam, you get to work with the fabric on its own. So, okay, let's do one more. Let's do something funky. Let's do cork. How about that? This is cork fabric. We sell this on our website, allbrands.com. It's really fun to work with. And this, you can put the steam seam on the back, just like we did before. Now, be careful. You see how I have like a little layer over? If I feel like I'm going to get onto my ironing board or my pressing mat, you can use a silicone mat. I just have fabric handy, so I'm just gonna just to make sure that I don't get my pressing surface gummy, I will put that in the way of, in between my pressing surface and my steam seam. All right, so we have 4 pieces now. Oh my goodness, how cool. How easy was that? Let me check back in and see how everybody's doing. See if we have any questions. Love the blue. Thank you. Oh, here I am. All right, so we got our fabric pieces. I got a red. I got a blue. I got these 2 pieces with one on the back and then the cork. And I actually need to cut this. But we'll to play around with layering the fabrics next. So let's go back to the cutting board. And I'm going to get rid of my extra pieces of fabric so that I can have some space to work with here. All right. Here is my background fabric. So let's just pretend like we're going to make a little block. Okay. I'm going to just press this. Now you can draw on the fabric. And next you'll see I actually printed on my next piece with my Brother Print Moda, which was really fun. All right, so let's say I want to cut this into a little square to work with. Here we go. Got my ruler. Let's just do a 5 by 5 just to play, because we're just learning here. This is my Martelli rotary cutter. This thing is awesome. If you can see it. Come on. Here you go. It's right here. I really like this because I can literally just turn it on and off with my finger. And it's very ergonomic. So we'll just do like a 5x5 square. 1. And you can actually do it from both sides if you want. 2, 3, and then I'll do 5 inches here. I love, this is not the correct way to use a rotary cutter, but I thought that you could see it like that. All right, so here's our little canvas, okay? Our little quilt block that I cut out. We'll pretend that it's straight to be kind to me. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my inspiration piece, which I know that I wanted to do like a, you know, like something like, I wanted to do like a heart, you know, like a heart with like 4 quadrants in it to just like use up my fabric. Okay. So that'll be like my artistic template. And then basically all you do is you basically just cut out the fabric. I'm going to cut out the excess here. See, I got to make sure you can see because my back is facing the screen. All right. Now, these are fabric scissors. You might want to use paper scissors to cut through the seam to seam. It's totally up to you. It's not, I would consider seam to seam more like paper than like fabric. So just be mindful of that. I know we have differing views on that kind of thing. Okay, so I'm gonna layer here. So I would just basically like take, you know, a few pieces here. Actually, I'm gonna use my big piece. I'm gonna use this one here. Like this. And I'll get my my mat back in the way. And you can see how like we could just play with like layering the fabrics so that they fit. And it doesn't have to be perfect. As long as they overlap, then you can, you know, make something really cool. And then when you're ready to stick it down, all you have to do is just take the seam to seam or the paper off the back, place it down, and it's not exactly correct, but you know what? This is art. And this one, since it's so thick, I would actually press it from the back because that glue is closer to the backing fabric because there's less material in between. And look how awesome that sticks. Okay. Very cool. All right, and then let's just do like a little heart. Maybe I'll do like 2 halves of a heart. Here we go. Right, so here's another piece that I'll cut out just for fun. Now, you see how you can do this absolutely for free? Like you have no technology required to do this fun little fabric painting, I guess you could say. It's like you're painting your background of your canvas. And then you could do thread painting on top. You don't have to use cotton fabric either. You can use tulle, you can use shimmery materials, so many different things. Here's another thing I might try. Oh, let's do this. This might be fun. I'm going to do half of a heart with my scissors. Isn't this fun? This is like very therapeutic, I think. And I find the more like avant-garde you want it to look, just make it less perfect and it's way more fun. All right, so let's press that piece down and then I'll do 2 more little pieces. Okay. Like this. Here's another piece. And then here's one, but look, I didn't I put this over there, so let me just make it look really weird and different. I'm gonna do something like this. Put this around. So, doesn't have to be perfect. Just like something that you use. Look how like the imperfection looks really neat on there. I can even put my little flower somewhere on there if I wanted to do that as well. So, oh, Barbara, you have to take the backing off. Here we go. But you get the point, right? You're just kind of making a collage with different bits of fabric, and then you're going to quilt them together with your machine, and it's going to be fun, fun, fun. You can even do like little crazy shapes. So if you wanted to do like a little teardrop or a raindrop, maybe. Raindrop and an umbrella would be super cute on something like this. Put that down on the fabric like that. Kind of neat, huh? Really fun collage. Different, just a different technique that you can use for making a panel for something. It has to be heavily quilted if you want to like wear it or something without it fraying on the edge over time. So think about like scrapbooking with fabric, right? Let's do another little heart here. Something like that. I think the weirder it looks, it's very avant-garde style of sewing and quilting. But it's something that I think is really fun. And then we'll let's just put this guy here, and then I'm going to cut this out, layer our pieces. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. And it's like the more mistakes you make, the kind of cooler it looks. See, this one's overlapping a little bit. So remember how I said grab like a scrap piece of fabric and put it in between your ironing board and your material. There we go. Just layer those fabrics. It's like a fun little craft project. You could do this with kids. You could do it just for yourself. Just very fun. All right, so now I'm gonna like cut out my last little piece, and I'm gonna mold it over this one, and I'm gonna just do it really funky and cut it like that. And we're almost finished with our little piece of fabric. And then I'm going to go over to my my machine and stitch it down. So here's our other piece. I'll just kind of put it over here. Something like this. Oh, not perfect, but I think, if I wanted to be persnickety, I could do this again, but I'm just going to press it down. Just because we're learning today. Fun. So what do you think of that? little project, little fun, different, right? Different little project. Let me come and check on you guys in the comments before we get over to the technology part that makes it really cool. Technology is fun. Look at that. That's a fun little thing, right? I didn't have to fold or sew. Yeah. You know, I want to tack it down with a machine. Here's another one that I did. Really fun. Let's check on the machine. Ah, here it is. Nope, I moved my camera. Okay, so we have a Bernina. This is a K 475 machine. I do like this machine a lot. So I'm going to sit down at this machine and show you the BSR function and how I stitch that out. Okay. So basically this machine has a drop feed on it. Okay. So when I install my Bernina stitch regulator, which allows me to move my fabric left, right, up, down, all different directions that I want to top stitch with, it will maintain the same stitch length so that I can sew everything and it looks very pretty. So let's do a close-up on the machine. Here we go. Here's BSR up close and personal. And then I'm going to take my new piece, and all you have to do is just kind of like paint with your thread. This is so like art. It's very, very fun. So I'll take my top thread and I'm going to lower my my needle down. Put my foot down first and put my needle down. Needle up. I'll pull up my bobbin thread to the top. And then I will start stitching all around. Now, and you can change the colors in your machine depending on what color of fabric that you're on your quilt block. And then you just start stitching. And you can really like use the machine to like mold around the curves of the material. Okay. So that's basically how you use Bernina stitch regulator to, let me go all the way around, and we'll cut her. To make something fun and personal. All right. And then I would pull my thread up. Let's see. And then trim my threads there. And there we go. Look how cool. I did my little top stitching on my heart. And I should have probably done that in red. But we learned something new today. And I think that that's very fun. So let's go back to our table. I'll check to see if there's any questions. Who wants to learn about scan and cut now? And print Moda? Yes, I was doing freehand applique, Cindy. You can, good question. So you can use, if you wanted to use like a blanket stitch to like do this like an applique, you totally can. But I think it's really artistic and fun. Oh, I'm a nerd. Okay. Impromptu sewing. Yes, Deborah. Oh, Barbara. Oh, Barbara. I have to tell you. Thank you so much. Let's see. What'd you say? Hi from Nola. I was such a fangirl yesterday. I took a detour and visited AllBrands Lafayette. Meredith was awesome. You're awesome, Barbara. I got your book. We have to take a little break in the show. And I have to show you that I loved it so much. Barbara Jones made me this little, and Courtney, a book. And I'm blonde. Courtney's a brunette. And she stitched out the hair with her embroidery machine. It says, "Hi, Barbie." I love it. This made my year. Thank you, Barbara. And here's a little detour, too. From Barbara Jones, she embroidered a beautiful message for us. It says, if you take a trip to AllBrands, you'll find wonderful fabric notions and tools. Then you'll probably ask some questions. The staff will be so helpful that you'll want to sign up for a class. When you finished with your first class, you're going to turn to their YouTube channel. If you haven't yet, click subscribe. Oh, this makes my heart happy. After watching a few of Courtney's and Barbara's shows, you'll become a huge fan, and then you'll stalk the internet to find more classes and events. As you read, you'll discover the AllBrands Academy and register. Yes, we need to talk about that today. While you're there, you'll learn so much and be inspired to try something new at home. Once you're home, you'll make something new and different, and you'll probably need a new machine, and you'll find a trip to AllBrands. Take a trip to AllBrands. I love it. Oh my gosh. And I'm sure you did the Mickey on your NQ3700D. Oh, that's so wonderful. Thank you. You made my year. Again, Barbara, you're so sweet. Okay, let's get over to the scan and cut, and I'll talk a little bit about the print moto, but this is another way to do collage quilting on your own. So basically what I did is I was at my house and it was midnight and the quilting stores weren't open, to go buy a pattern for collage quilting. So I Googled paint by number, free download PDF paint by numbers. And I was like, maybe we can do something with this. I'm going to figure this out. So I'm not saying don't buy these patterns because they are so awesome and so wonderful. But if you want to like practice or get started or do like a one-on, little project on your own. Thanks, Barbara. Yeah. Then yeah, definitely go on your phone and find these free downloadable paint by numbers. And then you can take a picture of it with your phone. And if you're a Brother customer and you have print moda and scan and cut, then it makes your life a little bit easier. So let's go ahead and get started with that. I'll show you. Let me see if I can find on my phone. I said, Robert, can you print this out for me? So here it is. I said, here is the paint by number that I took to the phone, and I brought it through our Xpera, and then I printed it out on fabric. So here it is here. I made it bigger, okay? And this is what it looks like. I printed it out on fabric. So this is going to be my backing fabric for my fabric collage. I picked something really simple today because we don't have time to do a very intricate design, but this is something that we can work with today to learn. So I find that the easiest way to split this type of design up and make it into individual cut files, we have a scan and cut. So I can literally scan the drawing. So I'm basically going to take my Sharpie marker, I guess, and my over my fabric. And I'm going to trace each individual little piece. Now, does this make sense for just this little tiny design? Not really. But if you're doing something like pretty intricate with like small pieces, and you don't want to spend like forever cutting out with your scissors, I just find that this is the easiest way without having to use graphic design software to separate things out. So we'll just draw it out. And then I'm going to make it like each of them a closed shape. So you can see like this one, I don't want it to, the ends to butt up to each other. I want them to kind of overlap. So I made my, where it's would normally be like right here, I extended it up just a little bit. Okay. And then let's see here. And then I'll do my smaller piece here. 2, 3, 4. See how easy this is? And then here we go. Here's our base of our little cupcake. Okay. Now I have my pieces for my scan and cut. So let's head on over. Actually, let me switch my camera. Okay, so here's our scan and cut. Right here. You can see that. And I have the scanning mat attached to it. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. All right. Okay. So I'm going to take my drawn out pieces, put it in my scanning mat. So there's like a clear plastic cover on it, and it's not a sticky mat. So it's very clean underneath here so that when you scan, you're not picking up, like say I scanned this mat, I would be picking up all the debris from my fabric pieces on it. So it's very important if you don't have a scanning mat, go ahead and grab one. Consider it grabbed from AllBrands. Put your design in there. And then we're just going to go ahead and click. Look at these camera skills. I know I'm not perfect, but I think I do okay sometimes. Okay, scan. Scan to cut data. Okay. So we're making cut files. Okay. It's going to say some stuff on the screen. It will tell me what to do. And I'm going to say, okay, click start. And it's literally going to feed my mat in and out. And it's basically taking a scan of my drawing. Pretty cool, huh? Oh, I love, Roxanne, I love these emojis that you're using. They're making my day. They're super cute. All right, so it's basically digitizing my design into cut files. Look how cool that is. All right. So do you want just the outline, the outer and inner, or do you want it to cut through the intersections? That's what these 3 options are right here. Let's use this 1, 2, 3. So we would do number 1. Okay. All right. And let's say I had a lot of like debris on the back. I could use this to say like, right, I want it to be less sensitive to, you know, things on the mat, or left would be more sensitive. So let's just like kind of see what that does. So this machine has a very good, this is the 325 scan and cut. So it looks like it took away some of like the edge of the fabric that it was, or paper that it was picking up there. So really cool. So I'm happy with this one. I can work with this. So click OK. All right. And then I'm going to save it to my machine. Okay. And let me see if I can. All right. We're going to switch cameras real quick. And I'm going to, wait, what was I doing? Okay. Saved it to the machine. So I'm actually done. So I'm going to take my mat out and get rid of what I was working with here. Okay. And then I'm going to take my template that I have here that I printed out on the Brother Print Moda. So who else has a messy sewing table? Check this out. Mine is super messy today. You know what? That's fine. I feel creative, okay? And nobody's gonna get in the way of my creativity. All right. Not even my little ego that says that everything has to be clean. Okay. So we're done with this. So I wanted to find some fabrics to use to layer. So let's just look at that. And you can kind of stage it here. So I think the cork would be super cute as the base of the cupcake, right? Okay, so we'll use the cork there. Here I have a red for the cherry. Wouldn't that be perfect? Cherry for the red. And then definitely some blues. Maybe like it'll be like a blueberry ice cream or icing on the bottom. And then let's see, I may have to make another piece, which is totally cool. Let's do the sprinkles for number 3. I have definitely enough space there. Leave. Barely enough space. Let's see. How's that? Oh yeah, that'll be enough if we do it diagonally. So I need one more piece of fabric. Let's find something different and fun to work with. Bum, 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 bum. Oh my goodness, look at this. This kind of looks like ice cream to me. I just had this random, this is like fleece. Oh, Barbara, why are you working with crazy material today? Because I have the new rotary blade, my brother, for the scan and cut, and it cuts through everything, so I'm not worried about that. Love the rotary blade, so I'm just going to go ahead and make this into something that has the heat and bond or steam and seam on the back like all of my other pieces do. So let's go ahead and just, on the fly, we'll make another little piece. And look at that. It's this easy. Like you just basically just seam the seam on there. Grab a little piece of fabric, white fabric, so that you're not, it doesn't have to be white fabric, but you know, so that you're not ironing directly onto your board or mat with that. Oops, oh goodness, I did that. I put it on backwards. There we go. That's okay. I'll have to get some iron cleaner after the show. Not too bad. Okay. This is actually my Oliso mini iron. I absolutely love it. I know we talk about it all the time on the show, but it's super handy. It's a steam iron, and I'm using it with my wool mat, and the links are in the description of the video. So it's funny, it has a very nice sole blade. Didn't even really bleed onto the back too much. All right, so let's just iron through there. And now I have my piece that I can work with. Put it on my scan and cut. Scan and cut. I remember I love doing events with Angela Wolf from Brother. And I love the way that she says scan and cut. It's very cute. We used to always say that all the time, scan and cut. Because of the way that she would say that. It's just a fond memory that I have of Angela. Okay. All right, so let's get out our fabric mat. Here we go. All right, we have a gold fabric mat. Guess what? We have steam to seam light or heat and bond on the back of our material. So what side am I going to put on my most sticky mat, my gold mat for the scanning cut? Most sticky. I'm going to put my fabric down on it, never paper. So steam and seam has a paper backing or heat and bond paper backing. Paper backing on fabric mat, No, 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 no. You're going to be picking it off and it's going to make a big mess. So what we're going to do is put the fabric face down and we're going to reverse our design when we cut it out. So I'll put these pieces on the mat. There's also a 12 by 24 cutting mat if you're interested in doing large cuts. So I'm going to start putting my pieces on here, and imagine you're doing a whole lot of pieces, you know, and this is actually a much bigger design. So I might cut this in half so that I can do more at a time on my machine. There we go. So we'll just make that one a little smaller. You can see that. See, layering that. Okay. We have our blue. Let's do the red. I may have to come back and do the blue. That's okay. It's the best way to learn, is to repeat things. I found best way to learn. Okay, here's our, you know, our red is actually tiny, tiny. I'm gonna use a tiny piece for the red, which is the little top of the cherry on top. Super cute. And you know what? I can actually cut down and I can reuse a lot of these pieces. So I'm just going to cut it down. I can use these scraps. They're already treated for doing something like, you know, our hand work without, you know, the non-technology side. Okay. Let's see here. Here's the blue. Oh, we can fit it all in one. 1, 2, there's 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's our last piece? I just had it. Did I have it? I know I'm not crazy. No, it's entire. Oh, here it is. Our little sprinkles. We have to remember our sprinkles, okay? All right. Now take your brayer tool. Once you have it all like layered up, you can just make sure that the fabric and everything is stuck down very well. Your roller. This is a really great product for getting the items down on the mat very well. Sticky, sticky, sticky. And then I'm going to put it into my scan and cut. So basically we just load our mat like this. And then we'll switch over to the screen. Let's see. Oh my gosh, we have 10 minutes left. So if you haven't yet, we are going to do a giveaway at which mat is that? Thank you for asking. That's the fabric mat. Carrie, it's good to see you. Go ahead and comment #AllBrands if you want to be eligible to win. Right now we have 67 people in the running for that. And our next one is going to be if you share publicly on Facebook. And that's at the end of this broadcast, which I maybe in 10 minutes. We have 10 minutes left. Let's get back to it. Okay, here we go. Here she is. So I'm basically going to retrieve data on the screen. You remember how we saved this before to the machine. And here she is. For some reason, it's not going to be perfect. That's okay. All right. And then I'm going to go to scan my mat so that I can place the pieces of the design onto the material. Okay, so it's like there's something on there. Raise your scanning lever. Okay, gotcha. We can do that. Okay. All right, let's restart again. There we go. Okay, so it's basically scanning the mat, reading all the little pieces of material that are on there. And then I get to place my pieces where I want them to cut out. So here's my cherry. I'll put that on the red. I'll put this one on the sprinkles. Put this one on the there. Oh, and you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to rotate the designs, because remember how they're reversed. So let's go back. Actually, I'm just going to go to edit. I'm going to group it all together. Click OK. And then I'll go to Object Edit. And then I'm going to do the mirror image. It's that easy. So when your fabric is face down, that's all you have to do. And I guess you can do it in the middle of when you're, just remembered that you forgot to do it, which is kind of nice. Very cool. All right. So now we're going to click OK. And then OK again. Oops, you know what I did? I didn't quite cut out the bottom perfectly. So what I'm going to do is put that over here. Oops, nope, I'm going to ungroup before I move. Move this one over here. And looks pretty good. Just nudge things over just a little here and there. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. We're okay. And then we're going to cut. So please select cut. Make sure that cut is not on. And then you can do a test, but I'm going to go ahead and click start because we only have 10 minutes left. And we're using the rotary blades. So let me see if I can zoom out so that you can see the scanning cut cutting out the material. It's going to take about 4 minutes to cut out. It's very quiet. Let's see if we have any questions while we're cutting. Let's see. Can you use canvas instead of Arthur's Artsvira, I guess? So you would want to use Canvas Workspace. Me personally, I like to trace and scan. If I can get out of using a computer, because I'm on the computer all the time, I want to be like in my fabric and my machines, I will. Yeah, you can draw and create and things like that in Canvas. Yes. Drawing, just for me, just seems a little bit more natural. Oh, thank you, Roxanne. I appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Let's see if there's any questions. Yes, this is the fabric mat. Okay, Annie says she uses the purple mat. So yeah, the purple mat is the standard mat. That is like the medium sticky mat. So I would be careful about using paper on that mat unless it's like has a lot of debris on it. Just keep it real clean so that when you're doing like vinyl and things like that, then your standard mat will work very well. Let's see what else we got. Erin keeps meaning to install the rotary blade, but gets distracted. It's well worth it. And guess what? Right now, when you buy the Scan and Cut from AllBrands.com, you get the rotary blade for free with the SDX 325. This is it. you can see it hops around. So it has like a rotary blade on it that, you know, it doesn't trace around like a knife would. It's a little different. Like it hops around, but you can cut denim, fleece, cork, specialty materials. You can do thin fabrics, thick fabrics. It's just a superior way for cutting fabrics. So with the Scan and Cut, use the fabric mat, fabric face down, rotate your designs, or mirror image, that is, and use the rotary blade, and you will have success in your life. My goodness, we have 5 minutes left. Let's see if we have any more questions. What did y'all think of that? Is she doing, oh, Cindy said, is she doing freehand applique? Yes. Thread painting. Oh, look, I heard a ding. It looks like she's done. So let's go on over to our, here, I'm just going to take this off. And here is our mat. It looks like I didn't place everything perfectly, but guess what? It is what it is when you're live, okay? And so I'm going to take my fabric pieces off. Look how cool. This is fleece. Who's tried to cut fleece with Scan and Cut before? Or anything digital cutter. This is awesome. So sometimes you'll have like just a little piece. You can just cut it off. Look how fun. And now we can start staging our pieces onto our, and here's my cherry that got all, I didn't put my cherry in the right spot, but guess what? Nobody's judging. It's not perfect, but guess what? That's okay. So I'm just taking everything off my mat. And we are making designs. You know what worked really well for this? A little spatula that comes in your box. Take your little spatula tool, and then you can grab these pieces a little easier. So there's this one. I think we mirror imaged, right? Here's this one. Look at all these extra little pieces I can do something with a little later. I could keep all these like I would vinyl and make my own little fabric collage or applique. Here's our next one. Look how cute this is turning out. And this is the one that I did not scan. We just cut this one, it'll be fine. All right, so we're just getting our cork piece together. Here we go. Look at that. Oh my gosh. So let's put it all together. So you want to layer your pieces when you have them. So we'll take off the heat and bond off the back. And what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to do it from the back side of the material. So this is our print Moda fabric. Taking the protective backing off that was on there for printing, and then I will iron on the back, just because cork is so thick, right? It's the iron's not going to go through the cork this good. All right, so here we go. Here's the one. It's not perfect. Nobody's judging Barbara. So you can see it's like overlapping there. And then here is the next piece. You can get a pin and actually get this out pretty easily, like the little back pieces off. Place it down. And then while that one's dressing, I'm going to take the back off this one. It's probably too long. Okay. And then we'll put the next piece on. And then if you have a luminaire or a stellare with your scan and cut, you can actually bring that same cut file in and make applique designs, applique tack down stitches with blanket stitch or anything like that. Fun stuff. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, I'm missing one of my pieces. Here it is. Look how cute. Oh my gosh, this makes me want. This makes me want a cupcake so bad. Who has cupcakes? Who's bringing cupcakes to the store? Oh, goodness. Last piece, the little cherry on top. The joys of live. I did not look at the screen correctly. It's a little wonky, but guess what? Nobody is judging my little cherry. In there, look how cute. So this is basically just an idea of what you can do to make your own little fabric collages. Ah, so cute. I love it. Oh my gosh. What do y'all think? Cute. We just made that. I printed it, scanned it, steam a seam, scrap fabric, used what I had. Oh, it's so fun. Oh my goodness, we're 1 minute over. Let's go ahead and do our giveaways. Let's see if we have any questions real quick. Let's see. Beverly, you cannot transfer a cut file to the PR 1055X, but you can with my connection on the XP3 and the Stellar machines. Hope that's helpful. Yay, Deborah! We got somebody that said they're gonna make one tomorrow. Very cool. Can't wait. Oh, that's cupcakes. You're bringing them. I can't wait for that either. Bring me cupcakes now. Okay, let's go ahead and do our first giveaway, which is the hashtag AllBrands. All right, you ready? Who's our winner going to be? Our winner is, let's see. Why? Oh my gosh, Roxanne just gave you some cupcakes, Debbie. I love it. Congratulations, Debbie. Please email me at events@allbrands.com with your name, address, and phone number, and I will get you that code over right away. And if you haven't yet, please be sure to follow us on Facebook. Allbrands.com is our handle. We have a allbrands.com Facebook. Each of our 7 locations have one as well. And we have a sew forum that you can go to and follow us there. We also have a scan and cut with Courtney that you can follow us. That's a group. You can follow our print moda group, which is cool too. And then the, YouTube and our blog. Please be sure to follow us there. Looks like I'm not able to log in on my computer because of checking your notifications from another device. Okay, we're going to use our phones to find our next winner for allbrands.com. Someone who shared publicly, not Houston, allbrands.com, the main page. Oh, look, we're live. That's so exciting. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Here's me, and our videos are gonna say who's gonna win. Allbrands.com. Let's see. Be paid. Ooh, 15 shares. Thanks, everybody. You're amazing. I appreciate that so much. All right, let's see. All right, who is going to be our winner? Why is it? It's not letting me on my phone. Okay, let's try one more time on the computer. Try another way. Let's text me a text me a code. All right, because we got to have another winner. I promised you guys. It's like a cupcake. You can't promise a cupcake and not get the cupcake, right? 5418. Oh, I can't say my code out loud. All right, let's see. Okay, trust this device. I'm logged in. I'm logged in to Facebook. And I'm going to go over to AllBrands videos. Here we go. All right. Here we go. I'm seeing some names. I'm closing my eyes, putting my cursor over the screen where the next person's going to win. And that is Doris. Doris Leonard. Congratulations for winning our sharing publicly on Facebook contest. This is the name. Please email me at events@allbrands.com to claim your prize. Yay! Y'all are so awesome. This is really fun. Do y'all want to do more collage quilting? Maybe we can like get into like, a pattern and do one of those together and kind of mix technology and technique together, kind of like we did today. That I think that would be really fun. Another announcement that we have is coming up in April. We have a huge sale on Brother machines in our stores. So if you have been interested in one of these machines, they're like 20% off of the normal price that is our everyday awesome special. Like definitely come in and take advantage of those. I know today we just added the rotary blade with the scan and cut. And there's even more that I cannot say digitally in video. But if you visit one of our 7 retail store locations throughout Louisiana and Texas, we have stellars, we have 10 needles, we have 6 needles, we have scan and cuts, we have sewing machines, we have so many different things. And the Bernina 20% off sale ends at the end of this month. So today is the March 28th. So you have 2 more days to take advantage of that machine that I showed you with BSR. Is on super, super duper sale right now. They're all a really good price. So if you're interested in a machine, now's the time because everything's on sale right now. Because yeah, we lowered the prices before April, but you can't see because they're in our stores. So yeah, please take advantage of that. And we love you so much. And we'll see you next week on Thursday at 3:30. Please follow us, share, like, and subscribe. We love you so much. Thanks for spending your day with me. Bye.